Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to RAM Ready Student Services. We are happy to have you guys. Before we get started, I wanted to quickly introduce the hosts for this meeting. My name is Dahlia Haitayan. I am one of the part-time coordinators at the Tutorial Center. We have Eric, Linda, Soheil, and Josh, so they'll be able to introduce themselves as well to you guys.
I guess I'll go next. So we're at Tutoring Center and the Computer Lab. I'm an adjunct faculty member and have been working with tutors for quite a few years.
Hi everyone, my name is Linda Kawashigawa and I'm a librarian at FCC, and I'll be presenting a little bit about library services and resources a little later in the program today.
I'll try this again. My name is Eric Sanders. I'm Tutorial and Computer Lab Coordinator, and I've been working with tutors for over 20 years.
Hey guys, my name is Josh. I work part-time as a library technician at the Fresno City College Library, and I mainly look over the tech checkouts that people do at the library, calculators and iPads and laptops.
So again, thank you all for being here, and we can go ahead and begin with the presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and share this PowerPoint with you guys. Can everyone see that okay?
Let's see. Yes, right. You haven't opened it? I'm not clicking it.
Yes, everyone's good?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I'm always back away. Nobody else.
So welcome to the Fresno City College Tutorial Center. Before I jump into all the specific centers that we have, I just want to encourage all of you guys to utilize these services. This is peer tutoring and it's free. So everyone that you're going to be working with, these are fellow students. Now that everything is online, including our tutoring services, this is a great way to connect with your peers. This is a great way to get help with any of your classes, any of your coursework, any assignment that you may have. Come in and visit us. Even if you need help trying to understand the lecture that you just listened to, or just a problem with your math assignment. It's just a great way to utilize our services to get help. And now that everything's online, like I said, it's just a great way to connect with fellow students because it's a little bit more challenging now that we're online. So without further ado, I will begin. At the Tutorial Center, we have tutoring help. We have the computer lab. We have math tutoring, extending the class, the writing and reading center, and PASS. Our drop-in online tutoring, like I said before, it's going to be free. We have chemistry, bio, Spanish, accounting, CIT, history, American Sign Language, and music. Everything that you see on your screen is what we offer. These students, like I said, they took these courses and they are here to assist with you guys. All our tutoring services can be found via Canvas. And if you're unable to locate us, or if you're unable to, navigate Canvas, we have the tools necessary to help you guys with that as well. And I'll get into that in the next slide. All our schedules are going to be on that Canvas course, and each subject is going to have their own Zoom link. So all you do is you click on that Zoom link, you'll see the hours that they're available, click on it, and someone will greet you just like this. And we'll go ahead and put you with a tutor, and you can work as long as you'd like, one-on-one. You can even bring a classmate and do a group tutoring session. It's all available for you guys. No appointments are necessary. If you need any assistance, there's one phone number you can call. It's 442-8209, and it's listed on this PowerPoint right here. Our hours are extended in the evening this time around. We are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So please come by. If you need help with any of these sections, any of these courses, we are here to help you guys. If you need help navigating anything with your course this semester, you don't understand what's going into Canvas, you don't know how to look at your syllabus, you don't know how to submit an assignment, let's just say you need help with Zoom, we can help you with that. Our online support center is going to be found at this website over here. And once you're there, you're going to have the phone numbers available to you and our hours and even a dedicated Zoom link. We can help you with Web Advisor. We can help you with scheduling your courses, how to add and drop classes. If you need help with Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, we are here for you. If you just need help emailing your class from campus, emailing your professor, how to frame an email, we can offer support with that as well. Our phone number is going to be 442-8208, and you'll be connected with one of our supervisors. And we also have Google support as well with our phone numbers on our website. Our hours are going to be the same. It's going to be Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So please utilize us. There is no question that we haven't heard, so don't ever feel embarrassed to ask for help. I was a tutor at one point, and I loved it. And I used to, before I was even a tutor, I actually would go into the tutorial center all the time. So it's just a great way to connect with people and connect with your peers. So don't ever feel embarrassed to come out and get help. This is part of the college experience. We offer math online tutoring. We have two different types of math online tutoring. We have something called embedded tutoring, and this is where a tutor is going to work with your specific instructor, and they conduct weekly study sessions for the students in your particular class. They know exactly what the teacher's going to be covering, the material, the homework, and the tutor's job is to get you guys prepared with your assignments and your exams. Embedded tutoring hours are going to be listed on the Canvas website that's going to be up here as well. So if you have an embedded tutor, you're going to find out within the first week of the course, and your professor will go over that as well. So you'll know if you'll have an embedded tutor. If you do not have an embedded tutor, do not worry. We have regular drop-in math tutoring. So during the hours that are listed above, from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, Friday 8 a.m. to 2, and then Saturday 9 a.m. to 3. We cover all math subjects. So anytime you need help with a math question, come in and see us. It could be as little as 15 minutes. It could be as long as 2 hours. However much you need, we are here to help you with that. The Writing and Reading Center, it can help you with any writing assignment. It doesn't just have to be English. They can help you with psychology. They can help you with history. They can even help you with, you know, a biology write-up. This is their goal. And they can also help you with scholarship applications. So anytime you need help with writing and reading, you can go ahead and access online tutoring. They provided the Zoom ID for you as well. And the fall hours are slightly different. It's going to be 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. from Monday through Thursday, Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you ever need any assistance, the number is going to be here for you. The next service that we have to offer is extending the class. This is very similar to the embedded tutoring that I spoke about in math. It's going to be a free service, and the website is listed below. It's going to offer interactive study group sessions. And it's, like I said, it's specifically tailored for your course. So it's any course that's not math related, chance it will be for ETC. And again, during your first week, you should be able to know if your course has an embedded tutor. We have more than 50 courses on campus that we have the tutoring with. And like I said before, students are immersed in interactive, inclusive, and relevant study sessions. The tutor works directly with your class, only with your class, and with that professor. So they know everything that is coming up. They're led by your ETC leaders, and like I said, they've previously completed the course, and they've passed with an A or B. So they are here to assist you and to help you out with that. They help you with worksheets, study guides, and content-based activities. Their hours are going to be 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, and Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. They are not available on Saturdays. But if you ever do need help with the course, let's say you do have an embedded tutor, you don't have to work with that embedded tutor. Let's say it doesn't fit with your schedule on Saturday. They don't offer hours. You can come in and see another tutor if they're available. Okay, so that option is also available for you. Our last service that we have to offer is PASS. They have over 20,000 visits and 20,000 hours of tutoring. Their primary focus is English and EMLS. And you can come in anytime that you'd like. They help with brainstorming, outlining, reading, proofreading, grammar, any type of writing related questions. They're also offering something called the Pass Cafe. So if you just want to connect with other students and hang out in this area, this is for you. And you can work on your assignments with the tutor as well. The website, this is going to be the Zoom room that you can click on. And all this information is going to be shared with you via PowerPoint. So I believe they're going to email these items out to you guys so you can access these websites. And if you need assistance with the Pass Zoom room, the number is going to be below, 549-7229. So I know I covered a lot. We have Pass, we have Extending the Class, the Writing and Reading Center, Path Online Tutoring, Online Assistance, and then drop-in online tutoring. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the share screen. This is the time, if you guys have any questions or concerns about online tutoring, please ask away. No questions? Is there anything that you guys need clarification on? No? Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Linda, and she's going to be presenting on the library services.
Thank you so much, Dahlia. That was so much good information. Let me make sure I can share my screen. Okay. Now, first, now hear me okay, and can you see my screen clearly? Give me a thumbs up.
Yes,
I know
can
some
see
of you
it.
are muted. Okay. Okay, well, thank you everyone. My name is Linda Kawashigawa, and I am a librarian here at Fresno City College. So I'm gonna run some of our services and resources that we have for you. It's gonna be a lot of information, but it's all really good information. And of course, you don't have to remember everything I tell you right now, but just know that we have a lot of different ways for you to contact us in the future when it does come to your research needs or finding a book or an article or anything like that through the library. So the first thing I want to highlight is our library collection. So of course, we're a library, those two bottom bullets, we have lots of books. Ebooks especially are going to be quite useful to you because you're not on campus to use our physical collection. Although you can still check out print books from the library, you'll just request them through our catalog and then pick them up. So we are still loaning those books, but we do have lots of ebooks as well that you can access from anywhere. So from your home, even from your and we also have a lot of research databases. You can always contact a librarian to see how to access those types of things. But most importantly for right now, you're probably thinking about how am I going to access certain things for courses, get on Canvas all the time when I need to, how do I get a stable internet connection? So the library offers technology loans, and I have the link right here in this orange box over on the side. And that's where you would go to get all of the information you need about our technology loans, as well as fill out the forms that you would need to request a laptop, an iPad, or a Wi-Fi hotspot, and make an appointment to come pick one up. So that's the link you would want to go to in that orange box. And we also are checking out graphing calculators. We've been doing that for a while, and these are TI-84, I think. That's the right number, Josh, if I'm right. The graphing calculators that you would use for statistics and decision science courses. You need those. Would also follow this technology loans link, and there would be a request form for you to get a graphing calculator. And so all of those things are available right now that you can do all of those, request all of those materials and make an appointment to come pick them up. We do also have research help. So you might not really be thinking about research at this moment, but when it comes to it, or if you just actually have general questions just about the library, what we have to offer, how you go about filling out one of those tech forms or anything like that, you can contact us in a few different ways. So this is specifically for research help. So if you ever have an instructor that says you need to find X amount of articles for this paper or for this speech, you need to find a credible resource, you can use the web, things like that, you can always come to the library and talk to a librarian, and we will help you, walk you through sort of that research process and evaluating materials and finding those materials that you can use for your projects. We have a virtual reference desk, which is just like how this is working right now. We meet with you one-on-one using Zoom. Our fall hours are over here in this orange box as well. The link is also on the website, and you'll find that it says talk to a librarian on Zoom. It'll connect you directly with one of us. There's 5 librarians at FCC, so it'll be one of us, 5. And during those hours, and we can talk to you through Zoom, share our screen, walk you through the databases, all kinds of things like that. We also have research consultations, and these are in-depth, one-on-one research consultations. So if you need something that you feel like this is going to take an hour for me to do, and I need help walking through the research process, and I have an hour, you can schedule one of these appointments, and one of us will work with you through Zoom as well. And then we also have webinars coming up. So you might have instructors come to these, and they're actually a lot of fun. We walk you through how to use certain databases for research, as well as Google advanced searching. We have one librarian, Laurel, who's really good at kind of manipulating Google to make sure you get the results you want instead of 5 billion. So these are fun webinars too. And again, those links are all on our library website, fresnocitycollege.edu/library. And finally, just our general contact information. So I mentioned a little earlier that there are several ways you can contact us. Those 3 ways that I just mentioned, you can always use those, but we also have a phone number. So there's somebody during our open hours, and they will answer this number, 442-8204, and that's for any question you have about the library. If the person answering the phone can't answer it, they will send you to whoever can answer your question. So that's a helpful line for students. You can also text us directly from your phone to that number, that 201-0874, and we'll respond back to you via text. So that's another way to get quick answers. Again, our website. And another place to get like frequent answers to frequently asked questions and things like that, we have our what we call lib answers, but it's just through this URL, a lot of different questions that we get asked regularly. So if you just have a really quick question like, how long can I check out a book? How much does printing cost, or something like that, you can go there and it will answer your questions. And then if you do have anything that you just want a quick reference about accessing something from the library off campus, we have a guide specifically for that. So as Dahlia mentioned, you'll have access to these PowerPoints later on, so you'll have access to all of these links from here, and this off-campus link will take you to a helpful guide showing you this is how you access books, how you access articles, how you access videos through the library. So that's a useful resource for you as well. And then of course, if you ever just have a question about the library, this is my work email, and feel free to just email me whenever you have a question. You can say, hey, you were that librarian who was in that orientation thing. What can I do about getting a textbook on reserve? And I will try to respond to you as quickly as possible. I always say I love random questions. They kind of make the day really interesting. And so I hope that doesn't change too much in the online environment. But hopefully you all will reach out. And with that, oh, I also have this flyer, which you'll have access to as well. And this is the same information that I just gave you. It's just in a nice compact little flyer, and I'll make sure this is shared with you. This QR code also works, so you can just hover over it with your camera on your smartphone and it'll take you to our off-campus guide directly to that. And so with that, You can go ahead and ask me any questions. I know some of you are muted, but you can unmute yourself and ask. You can also still ask questions about tutorial if you thought of something while I was presenting. So I will stop sharing my screen.
So oh, go ahead. Sorry, Linda.
We were probably going to say the same thing, but again, if you questions or you need clarification on something, please let us know. We are here until 2, I think, right? So yeah.
So since we have a few minutes, actually, I wanted to share the screen so you guys can take a look at what the online tutoring services looks like on our website. And then when I'm done, Linda, if you want to do something similar, feel free. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. That way you guys know how to actually access our tutoring services. So the website that I shared with everyone on the PowerPoint is going to direct you to this location. It's the FCC Student Success Center. It's going to give you everything that we discussed, the tutorial center, extending the class, PASS, the math, and the writing and reading center. For the drop-in tutoring and for the computer lab, this page will take you to a scheduling page. Everything else is just going to directly connect you to a Zoom room. So if I enter the Zoom room right now, I might see a tutor. So I won't click on those, but I will go ahead and share the Tutorial Center online Canvas page. Right now, it looks like this because we just finished up the 6-week session. So at the very top, we actually have instructions on how to use online tutoring, how to navigate Canvas, how to submit an assignment. We have all this stuff loaded for you. So go ahead, you can click on them. It's going to be a PDF. You can even print them out. It's convenient, and we created them just for you guys. So for the online tutoring and for the computer lab, we have our hours listed right here in the bold. This, again, will change for the upcoming fall semester. For the computer lab assistants, we are going to have a designated Zoom room. It's not listed yet, but we also have these phone numbers listed right here. So anytime during these hours, you can call one of our aides and they'll be able to assist you with anything related to Canvas, Zoom, Web Advisor, all that good stuff. Again, this will change for fall, but I just wanted to give you the lay of the land. And this is how you're going to access any of the tutoring. For accounting, CIT, we have all the schedules laid out for you. And then all you're going to do is just click on that red link and it's going to take you to that tutoring session. So everything's laid out nicely for you. But if you guys need assistance with any of this, the numbers that we have on the PowerPoint, call us and we can help you. Or you can call one of these phone numbers as well. We just want to give you guys as much access to help and assistance as possible because, you know, it's new. This is your first college semester. So we want to be able to be there for you guys while we are doing the online transition. And that is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And then if you have any questions, please just ask away.
Let me just quickly add something else down here as well. Just wanted to share with everybody that the official date of tutoring is, the start date is August 17th. It's not next week, but the week after. However, we do have limited tutoring support available for next week as well, okay? It's not 100% online to assist students with questions next week. The official Monday of August 17th. Questions, comments, concerns?
How will I be able to access this recording?
We are going to,
Editing.
the question was, how are they going to access the recording? So once this is recorded, we are going to send this information over to the person in charge of RAM Ready, and she will then distribute the PowerPoints and the recordings to those who attended the sessions.
So I'll go ahead and chime in there too, Dahlia. Hi, librarian tutorial people. Thank you. I'm so glad to see all of these students in your session. Yes, so for all of you, we will be posting this recording on the RAM Ready webpage by the end of the week. So you'll be able to see the resources that they went over within this Zoom recording, and then we'll make sure that we look at those PowerPoints, make sure they're accessible for everyone, and we'll go ahead and post those as well. So you will be able to access them later on in the week once we post them to the webpage. Good question.
And we have a question from Soon Yoon. If I wanted to go to tutoring through a Zoom session, how would that work with a sign language interpreter and myself and the tutor?
So I'll go ahead and just kind of chime in a little bit. Hi, Zuyun, welcome. We, as a student, if you've gone through the DSPS office for any accommodations, you would put in a request with the DSPS office for interpreting services. You, when you're doing a Zoom session, there are some functions in Zoom to be able to spotlight your interpreter so that as you're seeing everything on the screen, you will also see your interpreter, like we have Kristen here, showing, being able to sign and make sure that you are getting all the same information that all the other students are. So you would work with your DSPS counselor or specialist to request an interpreter. I don't know if Pam is here for this one. I don't know if I saw her, Pam Tibbet. Maybe she left. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
And while we're here, I don't want to just take over your session here, tutorial and library, but I want to remind all of you, some of your names are very familiar from our last ambassador panel. So I'm really glad that you came here and you're accessing these really great resources from the Library and Tutorial Center. They are amazing people here in these areas. We do want to encourage you. We do have a financial aid Q&A later on. You received that link in your email. So Zuyun, also, you can attend that one today. We do have an interpreter scheduled for that event today. So if you have time, we would love to see you there. And then visit everyone else, visit our webpage for all of the other events that are happening. We will send those out daily to you, letting you know what's coming up for the next day so you can attend those sessions. And then if you miss those, then you can view them at the end of the week on the webpage. But yeah, we'll go ahead and turn it back to you if you guys have any questions for the librarian tutoring.
Does anybody have any more questions or concerns regarding our services? No? Any questions for Linda for the library services? Okay, well, I'm excited for you. I remember what it was like. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
actually, I hope that means we explained everything really well and we were really clear and everything's awesome.
Yes, hopefully. I mean, I was a freshman at one point at Fresno City College, and I know how, exciting and nerve-wracking it was all at the same time. And just utilize us for anything. It's a great way to connect with your peers, like I said. Now that we're online, it's nice to communicate with someone. You can see our faces. Our tutors are going to have their videos on. So it's just a nice way to connect in this online environment. So please utilize us and, have fun this semester. I know it's different. It's probably not what anybody expected, but you guys will do great. And you guys can tell this to your kids and your grandkids and all your friends when this is all over, that you were part of the online experience, quarantine experience.
And the tutoring and library will stay on for a while, just to make sure if they have anybody else coming in that has questions. But if you all feel like you've gotten all of your questions answered, at any time you're free to leave the meeting. Again, like they said, reach out to them. They gave their contact information. And when you are reaching out, put in your subject line, RAM ready question, and then that way they know they can try to get their back to you as soon as possible. You see you have a lot of great support here. So you all can leave as you wish. If you have questions, they will continue to stay and answer those.
Can
Hi.
I need to ask one question to Linda.
Yes.
So when I have, so I will be taking 4 classes. So how would would I have to pay my textbooks online and print them out, or?
So you're asking how would you access your textbooks?
Yeah.
So the library we have physical copies of textbooks. So if you don't, I've had some students who, they haven't gotten their financial aid yet, or they're waiting for their books to ship or something like that. So they need to access like a chapter or so before they get all of that. You can actually have us scan some pages from the book for you, and we email those to you just to kind of give you a little padding before you can access them. But if your instructor requires you to have a textbook that's an ebook, or you have to, create some kind of account somewhere, you'd want to go through the bookstore to access the full text of your textbook. And your instructor should have links to that in their syllabus. Hopefully they'll explain to you, step by step how to go about accessing your books. I'm not sure what classes you're taking, but it just depends on, if they want you to get a physical book, or if it's an ebook, you might be able to print out the pages, and you might be able to print them out at the library too. We would check on that to see if you'd be able to do it. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also, Joseph, and we mentioned this in the last session, we will have a bookstore Zoom session, just like the one that the library and the tutorial center is holding. And that's going to be tomorrow at 11. So you will receive another email with all of the live events that are happening tomorrow. If you want to see a schedule of those times, it will show on our webpage, the RAM Ready webpage. So good question.
Thank you.
My professor wants us to have a certain textbook by the first day of class, but my financial aid hasn't came in. What should I do about that?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So what you can do you know if it's a print book? It's a book that you have to buy physically, like through Amazon or through the bookstore?
I wrote it down. Let me look real quick.
Okay. Just depending, let me share my screen. I can show you how to do it.
I can either get it digital or used.
Okay, so it would depend on if we have it, because we do have a lot of textbooks that are print in our reserve collections that we're able to scan pages from and email those pages to you. So this is a good example of how you can do that. So on our webpage, and it's just let me scroll back up. We have our little link right up at the top, just off of Fresno City College. And then when you scroll down, we have a section that says Find and Access, and it's the 4th button down that says Textbooks on Reserve. If you click on that link, it'll take you to our page that talks about getting scanned copies of some of the textbooks. We are limiting it because there's copyright issues and things when you're making photocopies of books. But you do want to have the title of the book and the chapter that you need, or the page numbers that you need. And so this is a good example of us being able to fulfill this request, just because you haven't gotten your financial aid yet and you're waiting on that to purchase your material. And so you can actually start filling this out now if you know what you need to read for class. Just follow this button here, and it's going to ask you you have the edition, because we want to give you the right edition for it, and then we just need your information, so we send those scan pages to you to the right email address. And so that's one way you can access if you haven't received it yet by the first day of class.
I think I missed when you were explaining it, but how do I rent calculators?
Oh, calculators, yes. So off of our webpage as well, we have a big link. We put it right up there because we knew it was going to be a really popular topic. Just go to this technology equipment loans and returns, and this is our page that talks all about how you actually can check out materials. So for fall, we have a little fall checkout link. Fill out this request form for calculators, and then once you do that, you want to make an appointment, and our appointments actually started this week, so you can go ahead and click on this online appointment scheduling tool. If there's some issue, sometimes it's a little buggy. If there's some issue with that, you can always call us and our staff can make the appointment for you. And then your appointment would just be during these days. So do that, make sure you have a photo ID when you come to check out the calculator, but it's hopefully an easy process for you to fill that form out, make an appointment, and then come pick it up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions about technology loans, textbooks, materials? Okay, I'll stop sharing. But if, of course, anybody has a question, just let me know and we can walk you through it again.
Yeah, I have one question. How do I receive my classes for these Zoom meetings?
What do you mean? Could you clarify that for me, please?
Yeah, I haven't received any of my classes for the Zoom thing.
Oh, you mean for the actual courses, like
Yeah,
Zoom,
exactly.
for your
Exactly.
lectures? Have you gone to Canvas yet by any chance?
No, I haven't. I've been.
Okay, so one way you can do it is you can see if there's any updates on Canvas.
Okay.
On the specific course within your Canvas, maybe your professor uploaded your syllabus or even made an announcement.
Okay.
I do know some professors might still be in the planning stages in terms of when their lecture times are going to be, if it's going to be at the set time for your course or another time. So they should be communicating that with you.
Okay, so would I go on my web advisor to communicate with my professors?
You can communicate with them via your Canvas,
Okay.
your actual course.
Okay.
And then if you need help with that, go ahead and reach out to us on the webpage that I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here, you can write down this number as well. It's it's going to be 559-442-8208. After this meeting, for example, if you're unable to access it,
Mhm.
give that phone number a call and then we can help you step by step with it.
All right then. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And also to expand on that just a little bit, like she mentioned, some instructors could begin posting course information as early as today. Some may wait until next Monday, the first day of the semester. So if you can't find the course in Canvas currently, you can still go into Web Advisor and under your My Cart, where your classes are that you registered for, when you go to that link and click on it, there's going to be blue section numbers that say like English 1A and the 5-digit number that you registered for. You click on that blue link and a new tab is going to open, and it will have your instructor's email address listed there so that you can contact them that way if you don't see that they've posted any of their course information yet in Canvas, because they have until next Monday to get it posted online.
So once they post that, I should receive all the codes and all the important information that I need.
Yeah, so some instructors, they may not require any Zoom sessions. They may just post all the information in Canvas, and then they might like set locks on when you can open certain sections so that you don't move too far ahead in the course. So they may leave a section open. They may like open it a week before you got to start going through it. Some of them may just post all the information there and tell you to work on it at your own pace. And as long as you submit your courses or your assignments by the assigned due dates, they may already have the PowerPoints on there and you can view 2 or 3 chapters like the first day when you log in. So it's going to vary instructor by instructor. So if you do have any questions on if you're going to have Zoom meetings like we're having this week for these sessions, it's always best to ask your instructor, because one instructor might require it and others may just post the information in Canvas.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I have another question. So only one of my professors has told me what times their lectures are, but none of my other classes have reached out yet. So what if one of their times run together?
It shouldn't. Classes, can you hear me, Natalie?
Yes.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any conflict in your class lecture times. If, let's say you're taking an accounting class, and class says the course runs on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. If they're going to have a interactive lecture on Zoom, they will post the hours during those hours. They're not going to say the class is officially supposed to meet from 2 to 4, but for lectures we'll meet from 9 to 11 a.m. It just doesn't work that way.
Well,
That's the
actually,
way to avoid conflicts. So most likely, I'm 100% sure that your instructor, if they're going to have a live interactive lecture online, it is going to match your official class time. I hope that makes sense.
well, my teacher did say that like Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. to 2:50, that those are our set lecture days.
Exactly.
So I'm just asking if somebody else's ran into that, they say the same thing, that these are our set.
Those are the lecture days, yes.
So Natalie, let me ask you this. Was that lecture information already in your Web Advisor account when you went to your, like when you click on the link of your class and it gives you the more detailed information and the notes? Did it say that that was the time that the class met?
No, she put it into her syllabus and sent it out.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and so thank you for trying to answer these questions. A lot of us, Natalie, like, you know, we don't have any I don't think that we have any like instructors that are in the room right now. The main thing you want to do is be in communication, because we hope that that did not happen to students, because we realize that was a big concern. If an instructor has TBD, to be determined, in their notes, and then another instructor that you're enrolled in the class for puts their session meeting times at a different at the same time, how is that student going to know what to do? So I mean, that you got to make sure you communicate with your instructors and let them know, "Hey, when I signed up for this class, I signed up with the information that I was given at the time." And really, we're all in that same boat, Natalie. We all are giving information based on what we know right now today, and we know that that's changing. So you're doing a really great job already of being proactive and looking at that information. So the fact that you've looked at that, you'll want to communicate if you see that conflict. Hey, I have a biology class that their lecture is held at this time, and if your lecture is not something that's included in Canvas already, and it's utilizing Zoom, or they're wanting you to interact in a different way other than Canvas, you really will just need to be in communication with both of those instructors and let them know, this is what I signed up for, but it's conflicting. So yeah, and unfortunately, like, we don't know all of those answers for the instructor side of it, but just be in communication constantly with your instructors as soon as you can, first day of semester, so that you can try to work those details out, because you're not the only one. If you're asking this question, you're not the only one, so they'll need to look at that.
When is the last day to drop? If for any reason my instructors say it's not going to work, or just don't understand, or want me to try another class, when is the last time to drop it?
So that's going to vary. That's going to vary based on the time that the class meets. So if you are in a full-term class that starts at the beginning of the semester, which is August 10th, and it goes all the way till the December date, then that's a full-term class, 18-week class. You have 2 weeks to drop before in order to get a refund, and you have 3 weeks to drop before you get a W. So these are things that we cover in the other parts of RAM Ready. So if you've gone through the other videos and components of our presentation, we talk about deadlines and drop dates, but you can find all of that information on the Fresno City College webpage under the admissions and aid. So it will vary if it's a short-term class, or if it doesn't meet for the entire semester. So you've just got to make sure that you either look at the admissions and records information online, or you can always call the admissions and records line, and they will look up your section number and give you the exact deadline of when you can drop, with a W, without a W, and all of those refund dates.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The first day of the semester is the 10th, correct?
That's correct, yes.
All right, thank you.
With my financial aid help, I can buy my textbooks with that, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. So if you received any kind of financial aid, that's what that money's for, to use for your textbooks, materials, supplies, anything that is going towards your educational needs. And also, just to reiterate, we do have a financial aid Q&A at 2:30. So that was also included in your email. We'll have financial aid staff there to be able to answer more questions if you need. Remember, if it's something specific related to your own account, you'll want to call in or email them. That way they could help you in particular, but they're there to answer general questions about financial aid. So don't forget about that.
I have a question. How do we know if we require a textbook for our class?
I don't know, or do you want to answer that, Andrea? Okay, I can't hear you. I don't know if anybody else is having that problem.
No, that was just me.
Oh.
I forgot to unclick myself. So remember, if you are if you log into your WebAdvisor account and you look at you click on the link of the course that you're looking at, sometimes it'll give you that information in the additional notes. But what you'll know for sure when you access the course the first day of school and you see that syllabus that your instructor is giving you, that syllabus, that's kind of your guidelines for your course. It tells you, you know, the course outcomes, the expectations, gives you your contact info, the instructor contact information, phone, email address, and it will tell you if you have any, what the required textbooks are for that. So we believe there's a new function in WebAdvisor for students to be able to use for the bookstore. I haven't looked at it personally yet, so I haven't been able to see what it is, but I believe that you can go in there and it gives you some information on your textbooks for your courses. So in addition to looking there and getting self-help, we also want you to join our bookstore session that we have going on tomorrow, which all of you who signed up will get those emails for the links tomorrow. And then if you miss the live session, you'll get it on the recording at the end of the week. But you can go on to the webpage, look at the bookstore information, and you can actually put as long as you have your class schedule, you can put your course name, your section number, and you can look up what the required materials are for that class. So you can do that now. You don't have to wait till the first day of school to start looking at that. Good question. And do any of you, I know we're coming up on the 2 o'clock hour soon, do any of you have any other questions for Linda or Josh from the library regarding the technology checkouts, librarian services, technology equipment checkout, or from Eric or Dahlia, or I don't know if Sohail is still here. Do you have any other questions about any tutorial services? Now is your time to ask if you have any of those questions. They're going to be here again. Did you guys give the next session that you'll be doing as well later on in the week?
Yes, our session, no, we didn't, but yes, thank you for the reminder. We have another session tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Hi, I have a question. So if you couldn't ask questions in the start of the Zoom meeting, can I ask questions for the next Zoom meeting? So would it be appropriate if I could ask whatever question? If I couldn't this Zoom meeting, can I do it for the next Zoom meeting as well? Like, would that be okay too?
So what is your question?
Well, what I've kind of wanted to say was I feel like I wasn't exactly informed about everything. Like, I think when regarding textbooks, I think some people have had textbooks by now, but I feel like I've been the only one. Or I also feel like I've registered for my classes as well, but I'm not sure if it's exactly official. But so my question is that how do you get textbooks? Are they sent to you, or can you also get them online? Or
So so you can go ahead and ask questions throughout the Zoom, and just keep in mind that each session that you go to focuses on a particular area of resources. So like for this Zoom session, the library and the tutorial center are focusing on the services that they offer. So for the library, how they do equipment checkout and library services as, far as meeting with librarians, checking out books, reserve books, and Tutorial Center is talking about the support services that they offer with their Tutorial Center. So the questions, and I mean, we have no way of knowing. The students are trying to get help, so we are trying to help you guys in every way that we can. So we appreciate you asking those questions because it helps other students as well. So the textbooks, you will get a lot of those questions answered during our bookstore Q&A, which will happen tomorrow at 11. But generally, just to tell you, you can go online to our website. The Fresno City College website is your best friend right now because that's how you get everybody's information, their contact information, the hours that they're working remotely from home to be able to answer those questions, and a lot of things you can do online on your own. So if you go to the bookstore webpage, you can go in and you can actually search for the books that you need, and you have an option of either picking those up from the bookstore or you can have them shipped online. But their bookstore will talk about different renting options that they have available as well. And so that's kind of how you would navigate purchasing your books. So did that answer your question, or?
Yeah, thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where exactly would I pay for my books at?
So if you were purchasing them online, then you'll have the option of paying either through credit card or debit card. So there's a variety of ways to pay for those online. So just kind of like when you go to Amazon and you order something, you know, you put your credit card information or your debit card information in there and then it gets shipped to your house. So you would put all of that information in there if you're purchasing from the bookstore. Students get creative and they purchase books a lot of different ways. So we're just giving you one of the options through our bookstore. There's other resources out there for students to purchase books. You know, once you have your syllabus and once you know what class required course materials you have, then you're able to kind of go on, search those on the internet, get them shipped to you, rent them. You'll have a lot of different options. If you knew somebody who took the class before, sometimes they'll be willing to sell the book, or utilizing the library resources if they have those textbooks on reserve and they're able to you know, have you check out some of those materials through their process.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then it looks like you guys have about 2 more minutes. So I just want to thank you guys all, Tutorial Center, Library, for this information that you've given to students. You can end your session promptly at 2 o'clock. And then remember, for all the other students, if you felt like you missed something or you need to come back, you have the link in your email. So you'll see that there's 2 additional times listed for the library. You can always rejoin if you needed to that way. And, you know, they did a really good job on answering a lot of general questions that, you know, a lot of students have. So a lot of that is answered during the rest of our RAM-Ready presentation, though. So you can get that information off of our webpage or through any of the other live sessions that are taking place. So just remember you have that resource as well. And they'll record this and we'll post it at the end of the week.
Hi, I have one more question. Is it better to get a physical copy of your textbook or to get the e-textbook one? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, so I could go ahead and answer that. It depends on you. It depends on what type of learner you are. If you really feel like you have to have that book in your hand and you need to feel it and read it and see it and highlight in it, then you may want to purchase that book. If you are okay and you've kind of acclimated well to online learning and you can read that on your iPad or your tablet or your computer, then that would be an option for you. So it really just depends on the type of learner you are. So good question. All right, Tutorial Center and Library, thank you. You are free to end your session. Students, please join us for the rest of our events, and good luck on the first days of your semester.
Yeah, good
Thank you
luck.
very much.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Bye.